Simply huge interest in these clubs out in this part of the world. Andreas Christensen returning from a very good spell in the Bundesliga, and Jeremy Boga, loaned to Granada last season. Both are given their chances by Conte in this Chelsea starting lineup. And of course the one name who will no longer be on a Chelsea team sheet, John Terry, moving on to Aston Villa after 22 years at Stamford Bridge. It'll take some getting used to that for us, if not for him. So 2 changes by Conte after that impressive win over Arsenal. As for Bayern, not at full strength and not at full throttle, quite honestly, so far. Ancelotti makes 4 changes after what he acknowledged was a substandard performance against Milan. Tom Starker's back in goal. Marco Friedl, Renato Sanchez and James Rodriguez all return to the starting lineup. But Bayern looking for a win after a penalty shootout defeat by Arsenal and a thumping defeat by Milan. A Milan side which seemed to be a week or 2 behind in terms of preparation starting off, or at least that's what we thought. So underway here in the National Stadium in Singapore. Delighted to have Keith Andrews alongside me. Keith.
Evening, Paul. Thank you. Really interested to see the contrast of the 2 systems. Chelsea playing that favoured 3 at the back. Both teams, it has to be said, with very strong starting 11s.
Frank Ribery looked very sharp to start the tour. Steered backward by Tolisso to Mats Hummels, who did not cover himself in glory, Keith, did he, in the Milan game, Hummels? No,
there was a few Bayern players that weren't really at the races. Very surprising result against AC Milan. They were superb on the evening. Bayern will certainly be looking for a better performance today.
Moussa Batshuayi up front. He got 2 against Arsenal. Did come to Willian in the end. Pitch doesn't look very quick, Keith, does it?
Quite slow.
Yep.
Ball slow. It's going to be very. Sure, they all have got a feel for it in the warm-up. The tempo of the majority of these games has been very, very impressive, in which are testing conditions, it has to be said.
Yeah, outstanding in both hemispheres. Victor Moses kept his head down. He had 4 options in the box then, and in the end couldn't pick any of them out. Anyway, regathered. How have Chelsea started? Is it Christensen in the middle of a 3 here?
Yeah, Christensen right in the middle. Cahill, as per usual, on the left-hand side of that back 3. And Azpilicueta, such versatility, the right-hand side.
Marcos Alonso. Tom Starker's back in goal for Bayern Munich this evening. Christian Frichtl, the youngster, played. Don't think he was at fault for any of the goals particularly. You're more expert than I, but it wasn't a happy night for him.
No, it was disappointing. It was what went on in front of him, which was very disappointing. Young goalkeeper who would have been looking to really make an impression. It was at fault for none of the goals.
Renato Sanchez has had a struggle really to impose himself at Bayern Munich over the last year after that huge transfer on the back of his Euro 2016 exploits. Fabregas would say, look, the ball popped up and I was entitled to have a bite at it. Corentin Tolisso, another of the big purchases by Bayern. That's a miscue again by Hummels.
It's in front of that back 3 for Chelsea. Certainly Kante, Fabregas holding the midfield, the wing backs are in place, and I think there's going to be a little bit of license for Boga. He's taking up a position on the left, but license to come inside with Willian on the right, picking up those number 10 positions. Obviously Batshuayi playing that lone striker role.
Switch by James Rodriguez. Very comfortable. Friedl's cross returned by Christensen. Friedl get an extended run in the side because of the injury problems. Juan Bernat picked up an injury last time out. Friedl can play as a left back or a left centre back. Renato Sanchez. Rafinha from right back for Bayern. He's played every game so far on this tour, looking for Muller. Is it a more central starting position here for Muller tonight, Keith? I think so, with Rodriguez actually on the right.
Yeah, he's just playing just behind Lewandowski. And that's an area of the pitch that Bayern will be looking to exploit. Have the extra man in there. Tolisso, Sanchez, Muller just playing the other side of Kante and Fabregas. Big role today for Kante.
Ribery down the left, gets a free kick. That's Piliqueta. Shapes to be a very important man again for Bayern in the season ahead.
Even the age that he is, he belies it, doesn't he? He's such a consummate professional. Been at Bayern for such a long time now.
Outside of the boot again by Hummels. It was better than the first one, but didn't get the job done either, did it?
If at first you don't succeed.
Tolisso to Sanchez. Xabi Alonso, again, much like John Terry, it'll get some getting used to not say Xabi Alonso when you're watching Bayern, and Philipp Lahm also departing. The know-how as much as the individual quality might be missed, I think. All that experience.
And probably more so when things aren't going to plan, when you do have that little wobble, which every team does during the season. It's those types of characters in the dressing room, on the training ground, those allies that the managers do rely on, they will be missed.
Seems a little arch of us to pick holes in a team that's won the Bundesliga 5 seasons in a row. Here's Rafinha. Oh, he scored from distance. Courtois couldn't get down to it. Well, that's what Bayern have needed on this tour, a spark, and the Brazilian right-back provides it.
Well, they've really exposed that left-hand side for Chelsea. Alonso was pegged back, and they switched the play really, really well. I'm not sure they expected that spark to come from Rafinha, but he certainly provided it. Super strike. See, Boga was right tucked into it. Kante can't get across. The back five just drop off. He strikes it well. Courtois, for his standards, I think he'll be disappointed.
Dani Alves, eat your heart out. Ancelotti looking for much better here from Bayern this evening, and that's how to start, certainly. After Chelsea had looked very composed and confident. Thomas Muller. James Rodriguez in from that right flank position. Renato Sanchez on the follow-up. Mats Hummels was interesting, I thought, in his interview after the Milan game in this International Champions Cup, Keith, when he just said, you know, it's embarrassing, frankly, what we put on, and we'll put it right.
Well, they certainly reacted in the right way. I thought he was very honest, you're right. He held his hands up as well for the part he played. I think it was the third goal, sloppy pass. Milan to really capitalise on the mistake. We've certainly seen the reaction.
Big travelling Bayern contingent, and of course only the very, very best standards ever good enough at Bayern. Big opportunity here for Jeremy Boga.
It's a super first time pass by Cahill, which found Boga, and he was bright, lively.
Boga, Marseille born in France. But we understand his intention is to play for Côte d'Ivoire internationally. Batshuayi, Willian. Rafinha inside Marcos Alonso. Tolisso had a little look. Lewandowski, beautiful use of his body then, wasn't it? But he has looked sluggish, hasn't he, Keith, on this tour?
We didn't see that against Milan in any part of the game. That type of sharpness clearly feels a little bit fresher, match sharp after that game. It's amazing the way players' fitness can come on in the space of a few days in pre-season.
Rafinha's full of it. Lewandowski went again. Good covering by Piliqueta. And a bit of room for Boga to work with here. Batshuayi indicating he should go infield, and he follows the instructions of the main man. Here is Batshuayi. Fabregas aimed at Moses. Friedel got there. Bayern looking sharper. I think this would be a good contest here, Keith.
It's started very, very well, hasn't it? Very nice competitive edge to it.